This episode of Inside Golf Podcast is brought to you by Inside Sports Network.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Boston Capital Twitter Steve on the Hold the Green podcast.
All right, we are live. Tap in, birdie.
All right, Carson Young is here.
I bet Ludwig at 28.
Let's go. I bet
You
him
did
at,
too?
I bet him at 25.
Low sevens. I think there's some guys in here we like.
Harris English at 7,300.
I love Brian Harmon at 3.5% this week.
Good evening, everybody. Happy week 16. It's your boy Capper with Twitter Steve on the Hold the Green podcast. Steve, we are, 8 days away from Christmas?
We are. I don't like this tone out of you, though, right now.
What is this? What do you mean, this tone? What does that mean?
Because you just had pretty bad loss by your Patriots on Sunday with some much more vile words and tone, I'm sure, than you're doing now. But it's all smiles and giggles. And, you even admitted, I think, on Sunday that tonight was when you needed me. Or what I needed you because you'd be all riled up, and now you just all woosah namaste right now and all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's it
right now.
Exactly, namaste. I mean, I said, I'm home. I haven't worked in a week. Doing all the family stuff, doing a bunch of Christmas shopping. So I'm in a good mood. So
okay.
It is what it is, right? So I hated the loss.
Here we go, everybody. Here we go. That's how I rile them up.
I'm just saying.
Just get them talking.
Yeah, so it's a bad loss. Drake may look like it didn't look great in the second half, but I put more on McDaniels. That offensive game plan in the second half, and he keeps doing it over and over and over again all season. We have 3 fourth quarter touchdowns, I think, on the season, or 4, or something ridiculous. Like, we just take our foot off the gas. And like I said, I was getting ready to type, I hate Josh McDaniels, as Trevion just ran into the pile, and thank God he could bounce outside, and his talents were able to make him faster than everyone else to get there. That was a terrible play call, and that was the best play of the entire second half. We're going to get into a rhythm. Our defense, which I was worried about with no Milton Williams, and then we dress the guy, and he stands on the sideline. What is this? Some sort of showmanship, Vrabel? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we even doing that? Like, let the guy rehab properly. Don't get him out there doing shit. Now we're not even play this week either. So I don't know. We'll see. I think it was a good reality check for me too. Like, watching Josh Allen being like, oh yeah, that's right, he's good. I still think we're going to take the division. I really think we needed that 1 seed because I really don't want to see the Texans or Buffalo. Like, it just kind of is what it is, right? Like,
all right. You know what? That was a little too subdued. Let's bring in somebody else in the mix right now.
See.
A little bit of an ambush.
Hey, buddy.
Here it is.
Hey, buddy.
Let's go, Buffalo. So, for everybody who doesn't know, this is my buddy Jay. Big Bills fan, lives in Rochester here. Thanks for showing what the Bills had. Yep. And I knew as soon as Capper admitted that he was going to be fine on Wednesday, I needed a way to hype up the show a little bit and just mix it up a little bit. And what better way to do it than bringing Jay on, who was on the one side of verbal abuse, unsolicited verbal abuse.
There was no verbal abuse.
There
was no verbal abuse on Sunday. None. Go back and look through those.
It actually,
I don't know.
In Capper's defense, it actually did start very unsettling when he wished me good luck before the game, and I thought the world was about to end.
Yeah, I think that was only his first gin and tonic of the day.
Gifts. I haven't had. I'm only drinking beer. I haven't had a gin and tonic in, I don't know. Whenever I went to Atlanta, I got to lay off the booze for a little bit. The doctor is worried about my liver, so I'm just drinking beer.
And you got him soft.
Well, it sounded like you were getting into it in the second half as you were getting yelled at by your family for your screams across the living room.
It's been a while since they've been around me with a good football team, and like everybody was over, like my sister-in-law and everything, and they were all like eating, and I was just screaming at the TV, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, I forgot what this was like."
Yep. All right. Well,
let's cussing. Super fun.
Yeah, let's get to Jay for a little bit. We got how you acted in that game, your reaction. It was a tale of two halves for Jay and the Buffalo Bills. Get off to a usual slow start, looking like they just didn't get off the bus, but they rallied in the second half. Let me ask you a question, Jay. Did that save Sean McDermott's job or does he still have a little bit of work to do in your mind?
In whose opinion? I'm still firing Sean McDermott for every Syracuse basketball loss, every Liverpool shutout.
Well, we'll get to Syracuse maybe at the end here, but
yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so talk about the game. Talk about your reaction about the Bills.
The regular season doesn't matter at all for McDermott, right? I mean, it's all about the playoffs. You got no Mahomes, possibly no Jackson, no Burrow. If he lays an egg in the playoffs and they lose in the first round to the Jacksonville Jaguars, then he's toast.
So with that, I mean, that's going to have to fall on Allen too, right? If that happens, because there's been no clearer path for Josh, right? I guess it really depends on who fails it, right?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? We could get back to the playoffs in a minute after we talk about the game on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, there is no impediment in the way other than his own defense.
Now, I asked Capper. So I asked Capper a couple weeks ago. We ran through. This is when he was feeling much higher and more arrogant about the Patriots than he is right now. Before his SoCal reality check, I went through the AFC and I listed just which teams do you not want to play. And it seems like, the Bills are probably going to get the 5 seed, probably go into whoever wins AFC North. I guess, so they're probably, unless, the Chargers or where the 7 seed is like the Texans or maybe the Jags or something, upset somebody, the Bills probably aren't going to have a home game. So who do you not want to, which stadium do you not want to go into if you're, I guess who would you feel worse about if the Bills were going into, on the road in the playoffs?
I mean, honestly, none of them, right? Like, I mean, we just talked about it. There's not the path there. I mean, none of these teams are scary. It's just a matter of whether Allen plays well or not, right? Like, the defense is going to do what it is. I guess maybe Houston, because we just saw it. We just saw them put him on his ass 8 times in Houston. So, I mean, that honestly, like, I don't think any team that has none of the offenses in the AFC scare you, right? And then there's some defenses there, but unless it's like an elite defense, the Bills are going to get their points. So, I honestly think it's going to come down more to just whether they can play clean or not, right? Like if Cook's going to fumble the football, if Allen makes a boneheaded throw or two, then the defense doesn't have a lot to make up for it. But if they play clean, then there's really not a team in the AFC that scares me over any of the others.
I'm still Denver, man. Like, just going to Denver, and that might be my own personal house of horrors because we've lost there for fucking 20 years. Doesn't matter what team was going there. That home altitude is possibly like the biggest home field advantage in all of sports. If you guys have ever gone to Denver and just like did anything, like, it's crazy how it affects you. And I can't imagine what that does to like the pro athletes running around for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, going to Denver, I guess that's different, right? I mean, I think I still just have in my mind, we played them last year, and Bo Nix was, he's just not scary, right? So it's unless you think the defense is going to completely shut down the Bills, then I trust Allen against any of these other quarterbacks. So, yeah.
All right. So watching, the Pats and the Bills, obviously you saw a lot of, what the Patriots do right, what wrong. What do you think?
So Sherman, can I cut in real quick? I just got to tell this one story because you're really gonna appreciate this, given our history. So, Capper, I don't know if we've ever explained this to you or not. I think this has come up, but for the audience, Sherman and I used to live together after college the first 2 years, and we would watch. This is when Syracuse was actually a legitimate basketball program, not a joke like they are now, and we would be watching like Syracuse games or whatever. And they would start doing bad, and Sherman would get nervous, and he'd go in the kitchen and start cleaning dishes or do something to break the bad juju. And then I'd still be sitting there watching the game, and all of a sudden, they're making a comeback. I'm shouting from the other room. Sherman comes back in, and all of a sudden the other team hits a 3, and I throw a book at the wall and tell him to get back in the kitchen, keep doing what he was doing. So this game on Sunday was actually kind of like the bizarro version of that, because I was running around getting a couple things done and got home a little late from the game. So at the start of the game, right at the start, I was just getting back from the grocery store and getting some chili on the stove to have after the game. And so I was following the game solely through your guys' text and just listening to it in my ear pods. And then I sat down finally at 21-0 and cracked open one of these bad boys. Shout out to my cousin Dallas's brewery. And from that point on, the tides turned, the game completely flipped on its head. So yes, that is correct. I'm taking 100% credit for the victory on Sunday had nothing to do with James Cook or Josh Allen or Josh McDaniels.
and
That is
Vrabel
good
with
to
that
hear.
fucking time management at the end of the first half. He is so obsessed with the fucking clock. Like, so obsessed.
The
He
end of the
willingly
first
gave
half
up.
was
Insane.
just a standoff between Vrabel and McDermott over who could have the more boneheaded decisions of clock management.
It was crazy. I was like, you want the touchdown. Like, what are we doing? Like, I know you don't want to give Allen the ball back, but you still want fucking 4 more points. Like and he's done that. Remember a couple weeks ago, he had him do like a fake sneak and just fall down. So we get another 30 seconds. Like he tried not to get in the end zone and we almost didn't. We had to get it on 4th down because the football gods were like, no, you don't play this way. So yeah.
I did enjoy, during that last drive, as soon as the Bills scored with like a minute and a half left on the clock, I immediately live bet the Patriots to score on the next drive, which is the easiest win in the NFL this season. So I know, Sherman, you tell me we're going to talk about best bets later. My immediate best bet is if the other team has the ball with under 2 minutes left against the Bills defense, just bet a live score and any score.
Love that. Yeah, I mean, the success rate has to be like at least 65-70% this year. The amount of times I've seen you and our other buddy Steve on our text chain just motherfuck the Bills, giving up points late in a half or something. Like it just after you guys score, that would cash a lot. What I do want to ask you though, and let's really mix the pot. You guys are being a little too chummy. Okay, so I'm looking at the NFL MVP odds right now. Look at Drake May MVP plus 425, Josh Allen's plus 550 MVP. Jay, why is that ridiculous in your mind that Josh Allen is behind Drake May in the MVP odds right now?
I mean, we all could probably feast if we had to play against the Pats schedule, right? I mean, it's the softest cupcake schedule we've seen all year.
Whatever. I personally don't give a shit. Like, give me the easy teams. Give me the 1 seed and the home playoff games. Like, I don't care. Like, you can only play the teams in front of you. That's it. I mean, what are you gonna do?
In my mind,
I'll go back this way. If the Bills were up 21-0, there's no fucking way the Pats win that game. So.
Yeah. Well, what's the adversity for Drake May right now?
Maybe.
He's got an easy schedule. Josh Allen has to overcome a horrible defense, a horrible head coach, and he's just putting everybody on his back right now. And he's, a game back of the Patriots and doing it with a lot of roadblocks. So in my mind, if the Pats end up losing the East somehow, then he can be MVP. But you can't be MVP and not win the division. They're just not going to give it to him. Like that's just I understand that, but like just from a practical matter, just looking like at the grand landscape of things,
maybe he shouldn't have sucked in the games he sucked in. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I mean, he fucking blew. Like there's a reason. Like he just didn't play. Like he's got Cleveland, right? That should be a cakewalk. I don't know who else do you guys got. I mean, you guys should run the table, right?
They got one game with Philly left that'll be tough, but then Cleveland and the Jets. Yeah, so
Philly stinks.
Honestly, the Philly game doesn't.
That's scarier than Philly.
Yeah, the Philly game doesn't matter either anyway for the division. Like they're going to either the Pats are going to have to lose if the Bills win the other 2 games. The Pats are going to have to lose 2 games either way. So
yeah,
exactly. All right. Well, Jay, before we get you out of here,
the real MVP choice, because we know it's always about narratives, is Matty Ice or whatever. Matt Stafford.
Matty Ice.
Yeah. Mixing on my Matts, but our boy
Steve was my Super Bowl MVP with 12-3.
Yep. There you go. So before we get some of your best bets here, you mentioned Syracuse a lot. Capper, we're just going to indulge Steve and I right
quickly.
Now. You are now on a public
no one
platform.
Gives a fuck about
quickly.
Syracuse.
Including us, Capper.
Yeah. I mean, I have some terrible coaches in my life. You have some terrible coaches in my life. I don't think I've seen a worse coach than Adrian Autry. So this is your sounding board right now. Tell the public, why does Adrian Autry deserve to be fired at this point?
I mean, how much time do we have? It's he's
had
every excuse under the books, right? First, it was not his team; it was transitioning. Then they didn't have enough NAL money. Now, I don't know what the excuse is this year. They're just not good. They're not good enough. They need to be better. There's no reason they shouldn't be recruiting on a higher level and competing every year. I mean, there was a slight glimmer of hope for us the first 3 or 4 games when we promised we weren't going to get sucked in against the cupcake schedule, and then they beat everyone by 20 points, and then they got hung with Houston, and then they've been garbage ever since, absent that 1 win against Tennessee. It's just they're trying to barely the highest thing that Autry can do is be a 10 seed. Like if he makes a single digit seed in the NCAAs, that's a win. Like that's just not the level they need to be at. They need to go find somebody else.
Yeah. No, it's an indictment that everybody they brought in has gotten worse when they joined Syracuse from their previous destination, either from shooting, defense, free throw line. Also concerning is that I feel like I've watched the same offense the last 8 minutes over and over. It just turns into iso ball. Everything just stops and freezes. And that's why they can't hold leads. That's why they kind of bog down the end of games. And you're right. The program is just stagnant. They're better than this. They should be a top 20 program consistently in the NCAAs, and they're not. And unless they do something pretty quick,
let's put it this way: if my seventh grade girls basketball team that I coach has a better free throw percentage than your D1 college program, probably shouldn't be the coach.
Yeah. Capper, what do you think Syracuse is shooting from the free throw line this year?
Based on what he just said, 62%.
Okay, that's way too optimistic.
Oh shit, really?
Did you Syracuse is dead last DFL in D1 free throw percentage at a cool 56%.
Ew, Jesus.
That is pathetic. They
guys
don't have
the bigs or
and
what?
It's not like only their center is shooting the free throws.
It is
consistent down the board. I think every single player is like 70% or worse.
Yeah. I think there's only 2 guys above 70%. Everybody else in the rotation is sub 60.
Multiple guards that are in the 60s and 50s.
Yep, including one guy who literally will take, like, if this is the ball right here, will shift it over to Capper right here where my hands are, and then shoot like that.
It's very reminiscent of my beer pong shot, Shermer.
It is, which worked. I mean, it didn't work until you got the Cupid shuffle on. Then you would come back on everybody. So, all right. So let's get you out of here. Let's get this is the gambling show. A couple of your best bets. Obviously, you said your best bet of the week is.
Are we gonna talk about the most important matchup first, or are we on a time limit here?
We
got to talk about Capper versus me in the fantasy playoffs.
We can indulge this for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I just think this is everything coming together from when Capper almost quit the league and threatened to drop his entire team after the trade I made.
Because you're a fucking cheater, a colluding cheater is what you are. You and your dirty Bills Mafia friends making fucking under the table.
No. It was my Niners fan friend. Woo, Niners.
Terrible. Either way,
there you go.
I got a couple weird things. Like, I don't know, like Stafford's, I guess the Rams plane isn't taken off yet. Now they're trying to figure out alternative travel to Seattle. So now I think I'm going to have to start Dak against the Chargers because God knows what time they're going to get there. So I don't fucking know.
Why wouldn't you start Dak regardless against the Chargers?
Because the Chargers
got Stafford at Seattle. That's
only three quarterbacks have scored 20 or more points against the Chargers and nobody since week 7.
This sounds like
I don't think I'd want.
Sounds like one of my best bets needs to be Matthew Stafford throws for 400 plus yards. Puka Nacua goes for over 200 yards. I get all the points while Capper watches Stafford rot on his bench.
That is true. That's the move in fantasy football is if you really care about a matchup, just bet all the player props on the other side, just so you make yourself feel better about that. So, well, right now it's it's about
that
a coin flip.
To my first best bet, Shermer. If we want to start talking best bets,
let's go.
Because of our matchup, I think that I was looking real quick before I hopped on here, and you can do some alternate receiving yard bets for Capper and I going back and forth talking shit on Thursday night as Puka Nacua and JSN go up and down the field. If you get both of them for 80 plus yards, it's about plus 135 as we both watch the points pile up against each other and just run our mouths.
There you go. That'll be a fun one.
Love it.
Yeah, that'll be entertaining. That's a good way to kick off your matchup with
because Adams isn't playing, right?
Right.
No, that hurts
Adams
me.
Isn't
actually,
playing either. So it's going to be nothing but Nacua.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. So,
Nacua, 12 plus receptions.
Any other point spreads you like for the week? Anything popped out for you?
I think honestly, just if we're going back to the Bills for a minute, just to give a Bills bet, I think you go in with the under on the Bills Browns game because they're probably just going to run the ball a bunch. Shedeur Sanders, I don't believe for a second is going to take advantage of the Bills' crappy defense. So I think going under, I think it was 42.5 I saw or something like that. I think the the Bills
It's already,
win.
it's already
you
down
know,
to 41.
everybody's got the same idea. And the other one, I just looked at just to try to come up with a couple ideas real quick. Going back to the Broncos that we were talking about and playing in Denver. I heard a lot of talk about how Trevor Lawrence had an amazing game this past week. I think that means he is ripe for some regression, and I think the Broncos just absolutely crushed the fraudulent Jaguars. I'll take the Broncos -3.
That's why we're friends. Crapping on Trevor Lawrence. So did not work for me last week. I went 3-1 in the show, but the worst bet I made of all the year was Jets plus 12.5, and that was a bad bet. So, but yes, at some point, he will recognize that he is Trevor Lawrence, and we'll see what happens. So, all right, Jay, thanks for joining the show. Good luck with your fantasy matchup. Good luck with the Bills.
Worst of luck to the fantasy, Jason. Worst
Yeah.
There we go.
You too, buddy. You too.
All right. Have a good night, buddy.
Yep. See you guys.
Thank you. Yep.
Later.
All right. There we go. You got your juices flowing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, you really have gone kind of soft, And I think in our old days, we brought on Jay after a big Patriots loss. I probably would have had to maybe go apologize to Jay about certain things you said.
Maybe. You got to think.
Maybe threaten his family. I don't know.
We split it, right? So 1-1. Like, I think we match up well, and I think if we play each other, I think it's going to be a competitive game. Like, it's just kind of is. I think you total the two scores up. I think it was like 65-64 Pats. There's no fucking defense to be seen. So I mean, it should be interesting come January if we see each other.
Yeah, that was a great game though. That was
very
entertaining. Yeah, I had a buddy over. We were watching it, and actually my daughter came in and she was upset the Bills were losing, and my buddy said, "They're a second half team. Don't worry, they'll come back." And boy, was
I told you,
right
I bet him -5.5 second half. I knew it was happening.
Oh, you traitor. You traitor.
I put it in the text. I knew exactly what I did. Look, I didn't think we were gonna fucking lose.
I must have missed that.
Yeah,
So.
I put it in multiple times. I was like, every time they scored, I was like, this is why I fucking bet -5.5. I didn't think we were gonna lose, but I had a feeling we were gonna lose the second half just based on how conservative we get with a lead and how stupid Josh McDaniels is. So
yeah. Do you think is that a bigger warning sign for you now after last game going forward, or you still not all that concerned? I mean, you said the road goes through New England in your mind a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so I think it goes through Denver now. I think it easily goes through Denver. So I'm going to need one of the lower seeds to knock them off. I think what concerns me most is it's not Drake May. It's McDaniels and play calling, and then Vrabel's fucking obsession with this clock and poor clock management decisions. Like, it's crazy. Like, if you watch almost so many games this year, we're like, what are you doing at the end of the half? Like, he's so worried taking it down to like the final second. Like, listen, man, score the touchdown and give him 10 seconds. Like, if you can't stop him for 10 seconds, you can't stop him for 10 seconds. Get the 7 points. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny because at the end of the half of the Giants game, they did that same thing. Like, they had an opportunity probably just do a couple times the end zone. They salted the clock down to, I mean, they're up 20 at that point, so it didn't matter, I guess. But in this game, yeah, you're right. They could have really stepped on their throat, put a touchdown, put them away, and they settled for the field goal. So, and this time they're playing a competent offense and Josh Allen instead of whatever the hell we're doing.
So I'm hoping the whole staff learns something from it. I'm hoping Drake May maybe takes this and uses it maybe to get a little more change the plays at the line, right? Maybe not listen to fucking Josh. And what is Josh doing calling a fucking a halfback fucking lateral pass that, like, we're doing this in the fucking first half in a regular season game? Like, what are we doing, Josh? Like, listen, that Ravens playoff game where we did that, where Danny Amendola fucking threw it, or Danny threw it down the sideline. One of the greatest fucking moments in Patriots. I was so happy. Lost 2 14-point leads and still won. But dude, that was fucking 12 years ago. 11, like, stop doing that stupid shit. Just fucking, I hate McDaniels. He makes me so mad.
All right. Let's leave you on a happy note, though. How many fist bumps? How many vicious fist, like air fist bumps did you do with Drake May running down the field, leading the block for Travion?
How fast is he, by the way? Holy shit. I had no idea Drake May was that fast. Holy God. And like, that's what I was saying too at the beginning. I was like, oh, now they're letting the kid run, because it's like, we've been yelling about it all year because our red zone offense has been so fucking bad. It's been one of the worst in the NFL. It's because we haven't let him run because the idiot gets a concussion, Jackson Dart style, every time he fucking runs. They don't know how to slide or fucking protect their head. And finally starting to let him run. I'm hoping that's going to be a new wrinkle where the defense has to, now they have to plan for it. Maybe we can get some of our receivers who don't separate fucking a little separation.
There you go. All right. Let's get to spreads. So I was 3-1 last week. As I mentioned, 3 pretty good solid picks. Yep. Pittsburgh -3, Bears -7.5, putting you in a locker on that one. Denver +2.5. We will ignore that I took the Jets. You know what? In hindsight, though, second worst bet of the year because I bet on Max Brosmer actually. So that was the second worst bet I've made all year. 3-1, had a pretty good week. I think you also went 3-1 as well. Losing on the charity bet though, so I expect nice little screenshot to something.
What do you want?
Donating to something in Chicago, probably would be my guess.
Chicago?
Maybe maybe whatever hot dog like foundation thing or like a victory circle thing they were running to feed kids. You know, donate to them.
All right. I'll look into it. Might just be the
kids hospital. No, just a kids hospital in Chicago would do. All right, so then I'll give you the option again. I'll be nice. Seems like going second for you has been working. Do you want to go second?
Yeah, I'm gonna go second. I'm gonna go second.
All right.
I don't love the board this week.
I don't either. Based on my number one pick on the board, I'm gonna be a chalk donkey. I figured if the broken Eagles offense could wake up against this team and shut them out and go 31-0, and I know that Houston has its problems too, but I don't think 2 touchdowns is enough for anybody against the Raiders right now. Houston, you talk about their offensive line. I know they got Max Crosby for Las Vegas, but they just don't get pressured. They don't blitz. Nope. Houston's passing game has actually been decent this year. It seems like they got a good connection with Dalton Schultz. Nico's starting to get it going a little bit. If CJ Stroud has time, I think they're going to be able to pick them apart. Woody Marks is great for a quarter and a half. And then he limps to the blue tent. I don't really know what to do about him in my fantasy.
That guy gets hurt
final matchup
5 times a game.
I don't know what the hell his problem is. Yeah.
It's always
because I want him to be good. I want fetch to happen because I see some talent, but yeah, he just can't stay on the field. But I'll be the chalk donkey. I'll eat the points. I'll take Houston -14. This Vegas team, God, they're bad. They're awful.
They're one of the worst teams. Like, I mean, you think about like the winless Lions, the winless Browns, they're right in line with them. Like, they're just hapless. They don't do anything well. And Gino's going to be back too. Like, that's worse.
Yep. So total DVOA, they're 31st in total. They are worst in offense, and they are, they're like middle. They're like bottom 10 in defense, but their offense is abysmal. Rushing, passing, giving up sacks, like everything. So, yeah. But as our boy mentions, though,
Week
the
1,
greatest mystery of the season. How did Vegas beat New England?
Whatever. I won that bet.
You did.
I didn't. So, but look, I mean, and Drake May didn't look like Drake May yet. Like, you could tell he wasn't comfortable yet. You could tell, like, the coaches, that's what he was like, starting and stopping, wanting to run, didn't quite know what to do. Offensive line gelling, like, whatever, just growing pains. Like, there's always some weird loss, but that one's fucking perplexing. Like, we didn't even turn the ball over. Like, when we lost to Pittsburgh, like, we turned the ball over 900 times. But
all right. So I took Houston -14 off the board. You get 2 picks next.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not gonna go away from it just because of the news about the plane and getting there. I'm taking the Rams getting 2 points on the road in Seattle.
+2. Where is that available?
Sam Darnold, prime time.
What book is that available?
I saw it on DraftKings like an hour ago. Hang on.
It's on DraftKings?
It was on DraftKings like an hour ago.
Moved to 2? Interesting.
It was. Let me pull it up.
All right. I mean, that line's been. I was looking this morning. I saw one book they were. Yeah. All right, fine. We'll give you 1.5. No, so I was looking at a couple books. I was looking at that game too. I saw Rams -1 on one book, and then I went to another book and they were 0.5 underdog. So yeah, it's been a little bit all over the place this week.
Yeah, and look, I'm taking the points solely on Sam Darnold, getting pressured, big game, prime time. I just don't believe in him. I don't think he's a good quarterback. Their run game is not good. Walker should be better than he is. Charbonnet runs like I do. I think Njigba can get something done, but I know Seattle's defense is real. That offense I just don't believe in. And yeah, I'm just going to take Stafford over Donald. I'm taking the better quarterback with the points in a divisional matchup for basically the division and probably the 1 seed, right? So I think McVay and Stafford come to play, and give me the points.
Okay. I'm staying away from this game because I bet Seattle to win the West in the preseason. Yeah. So
you already got it covered.
I already have a lot on the line for this one. I don't feel great about it because when I close my eyes, it feels like we're just destined for Rams as the 1 seed in the playoffs. I would love if Seattle wins, though. That would be sweet on Thursday night. I don't think we're gonna get it though, but we'll see. We'll see. That defense is really good. Still playing up in Seattle. We did see the Rams lay an egg unexpectedly against Carolina. It can happen. Yeah, I mean, no Devontae Adams. I don't know how much that really going to affect him though, because they still can have effective plays down by the goal line.
Yeah, they only use Adams in the fucking red zone.
They really have. As somebody who's watched a lot of Rams games because they had Devontae Adams and just praying they like get stopped like at the 2, and I'm like, it's Adams time. Yeah, exactly. I can bank on 6 points going to my line here. Exactly. But yeah, like I mean, Parkinson's starting to get going. That running game's really good between Corum and Williams. But yeah, Seattle's defense is just so good. I'm going to stay away. I'm glad you took it one off the board because then I have to pick it. All right. So what's your next game then?
All right. I'm stuck between 2. I'm afraid I'm going to take the Saints. I don't love it because everybody's talking about how show's good now. Yeah. 4.5 seems like a lot to lay with this fucking Saints team, especially since I think Audric Estime is going to be starting running back. But Vele turned in all right. I just don't trust the Jets at all. They are so bad. They're just bad. Like, that's it. I mean, there's no other. They fucking stink. And the Saints defense has been playing pretty good over the last 5 weeks. It's a home game. The Jets don't have shit to play for. Yeah, I'm taking the home team. I wish it was a little lighter. This is a bet against the Jets, not so much for a show. And I hate the fact that people have been talking about show, but I'm going to take it and bet against the Jets.
Okay. So first of all, I want to apologize to Brady Cook because last week we were speculating who the Jets quarterback was going to be. And I said it was actually Jets tight end, Mason Taylor. It might as well have been Mason Taylor as quarterback because Brady Cook was pretty bad. Starting again, it seems like they can't run the ball anymore. Breece Hall has been bottled up, and that's really all they have kind of going on for that offense. Yeah, they were playing hard for Aaron Glenn, at least on defense for a couple weeks, but that's really tailed off. And you know what? Look, I mean, Kellen Moore's squeezing as much juice out of this lemon as he can. They're playing hard. Yep. I think he's a pretty good coach. They still got Chris Olave. He's been playing pretty good. Defense has been a little better last couple weeks too. So I actually did bet New Orleans -4. That was on my list of the top 4 picks. And now I got to go somewhere else. All right. There you go. All right. So I got 2 now.
Yep.
So solid San Francisco. Okay. We talked about them last week. We speculated about the division, how it was feasible. But the last 3 games, there's still the side of me though that just knows they're fraudulent at the end of the day. Solid's a good defensive coordinator, but they don't generate pressure. Like they can get beat. Against the run too. And you got this Colts team with Phillip Rivers, who's a statue.
Oh boy.
Who, I mean, like they played tough for him last week. And the fact that the Niners don't get pressure, I don't think Rivers is going to be as under duress as, he was in Seattle. And it's 6.5 points at home, and he's a good leader, and it seems like he's rallying everybody. So I'm going to take Indianapolis plus 6.5 on Monday night against the Niners. It's a stinky bet, But you know
Oh.
what? I just don't. The San Francisco, like your team, has been beating up a lot of cupcakes all year
Yeah.
long. And San Francisco has a look ahead spot against Chicago next week. And then Seattle the following week. The division is right there or the 1 seed is there for them to, especially if Seattle does beat the Rams on Thursday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the other way though. I'm going to pick Indy in the points.
All right.
Okay. And then the next pick, here's another really ugly one. Okay.
All right.
So they benched Tua this week, going to Quinn Ewers, which is concerning. I've seen Quinn Ewers play briefly. It wasn't good. They still can run the ball. Right? Yeah, but Miami can still run the ball. And Cincinnati is abysmal. And just
bad.
I apologize for giving you that Cincinnati AFC North thought. That's just wasted money at this point. The spread moved, I think, 2 points from 3.5 to 5.5. I found a Miami plus 5.5.
Yeah, I'm showing 4.5.
Yeah, so there's a 5.5 on draft. At least it was earlier on DraftKings. Let me see. Is that still there?
I'm on DraftKings now. It's 4.5.
It's 4. It moved back to 4.5. Okay. All right. Well, even at 4.5 though, I'll take 4.5 here. Tua's been bad, and it seems like even before that they were starting to lean on the run game. Can I talk about a terrible beat I had, by the way, on Monday night? So I went to bed, I think, before the end of the third quarter. And I bet Tua under 200 passing yards.
Oh, I know. I was right there with you. Remember?
I went to bed. I'm like, he's at what, like 70 yards? We're good. And what did he throw from the fourth quarter? Like 180 yards in the fourth quarter? Unbelievable. That was a terrible way to wake up. But I think just Miami's going to rely on the run game, and Cincinnati's defense is terrible. They're not going to be able to stop them. So 5.5 points at home, at least for me. 4.5 is a lot of points. So I'll take Miami and the points there.
Yeah, that's on my list that's circled. Because I'm like you, I just don't believe now, especially that the Bengals have no shot. Burrow did not look good. That defense has been trash.
He's having a mental health crisis.
Oh God. I know this fucking generation. Oh, how can I be happy? I don't know. Go like, what are you talking about? Like the kid. I don't. Joe Burrow, by the way, which is I heard it today. Over the last 2 seasons, either 2 or 3 seasons, it must be 2 seasons. Last 2 seasons, Tua has a better record than fucking Joe Burrow. When they've been healthy, he hasn't won a playoff game. He bitches and moans about everything, and he's not durable. So I'm pretty much done with talking about Burrow in the same breath as like Mahomes and Allen. Like he just doesn't belong there until he proves he can stay healthy and actually do something in the season other than that fluke Super Bowl run. Like, yeah, I think I'm good.
Well, no, he went into Buffalo and beat them, so he does have another playoff win.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
like,
all right,
whatever.
you said he had none other than that fluke season.
No. I'm saying I just meant as far as like making like a deep run.
Okay,
like, whatever. Like,
all right.
Okay.
All right. You got two for you now.
All right. So, so gross. All right. I'm going to bite the bullet. Oh God. No, I can't. I'm going to take the Lions, land a touchdown.
All right.
Yep. I know. 2 losses in a row, right? Back-to-back losses for the Lions, right?
Yep. 7's a lot, though.
Yeah, 7's a lot. But I don't care what the Steelers just did. It was Miami. That offense still doesn't look good. What they had like no name fucking tight ends scoring touchdowns because Arthur Smith is an asshole. I just don't believe in Aaron Rodgers at all. I don't believe in the Steelers team. I still think they're just so bad. I don't understand how they keep winning. The defense isn't good. Watt's not going to play because they punctured his lung doing some weird fucking treatment trying to like de-stress a muscle. How fucking deep do you have to press in where you're going through? Imagine how thick his fucking pec is to get to the fucking lung. Like, what was this doctor doing? Yeah, I don't like Jahmyr Gibbs didn't do anything last week. It's 3 touchdowns, no touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, no touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. Last week, no touchdowns. I expect him to have another good week on the fast track at the house. Yeah, I just don't believe in Pittsburgh at all. Everybody's singing Tomlin's praises again. Like, oh, here we go. Fucking, he's still not a good coach, and they're still not going to win a playoff game this year. So, give me the Lions. Dan Campbell being super angry, coming off 2 wins. And look, technically, I mean, if Chicago loses, they can still get into the playoffs. They're not eliminated yet, right? So,
yeah, it's easier because they play each other, right? I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it would be easier for them to get ahead of them. With that remaining. So
I'm gonna take the touchdown. I wish it was a little less, but I'm gonna take Dan Campbell over the fraudulent Steelers.
Okay. Yeah, I just stayed away from that game. You're right. I don't trust the Steelers at all. It's a short week as well. I don't trust the Lions either, lane 7.
I know.
It's a lot of points. It is. It just hasn't clicked for them a lot since this year. So
it hasn't. It hasn't.
I'm just staying away from that. All right, so you got one more.
I'm gonna take the Commanders at home.
Ooh.
Getting 6.5.
Okay.
Got smoked. 31-zip. Dan Quinn's kind of a fucking moron. So now what? The Eagles are all fixed because they fucking beat up on a shit team and everything's hunky dory. I think AJ Brown didn't have a fucking catch last week. I'm sure he's super happy about that, and I'm sure nothing's happened in the locker room at all this week. Jalen Hurts rolled his ankle. Saquon had a stinger that kept him out of practice yesterday. And Philly has a bad history in Washington. It doesn't really matter what the teams are. 6.5 divisional game. The only thing Washington can get up for is to play spoiler and to make Philly's life miserable. There's still something wrong with that Philly team. 6.5 is too much. I know they just got shut out, but man, it's gonna be tough to do again. I guess like to be that bad. So give me almost a touchdown at home. Divisional matchup.
Okay. All right. I mean, I will always endorse fading the Eagles in anything.
I know
Washington. So I'm good with that. Yeah, we mentioned that I think last week where just weird stuff happens when the Eagles go to Washington. Yeah.
Yep.
You're right. I took the fucking Texans laying 14 against Vegas. Like I take no stock in what the Eagles did last week. So against them. So, all right. I mean, you're right. I didn't love the board this week. No. I guess I'm just going to go for really, really gross picks.
Okay. God, what one do you have left?
Well, I mean, like what other gross teams are in the NFL right now?
Cleveland.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not going to lay 10 points of Shedeur against Josh Allen. Like that defense the last 3 weeks for Cleveland has been wildly unimpressive. So I don't know if they're just packing it in. Maybe those Stefanski's going to get fired. Really, the only thing that going for them is Myles Garrett getting the sack record. But yeah, I'm not touching that one. No, I'm going to touch somebody who actually can put up points at least.
Okay.
Going up at home, coming off a pretty. I mean, like the Texans had them like it was a comfortable win, but Arizona was frisky. They're at least still putting up points, trying to keep it close.
I feel like that was at the end though. Wasn't it like weren't they shut
No,
out?
they were within like 10 for like a lot of the game. Like they didn't like let it really get out of reach.
Okay.
But they're at home. They're getting 3 points against Atlanta, coming off a big win against the Bucs. Who I just have absolutely no respect for Raheem Morris. He's a terrible head coach. I mean, Jonathan Gannon doesn't seem like he's a very good coach either. But I mean, both teams' defenses don't really impress me all that much. Arizona at least can put up some points. So I'm just going to take Arizona at home, getting 3, and maybe they can win close one at the end. So
yeah,
okay.
I don't hate it. Like, I mean, look, it is
all right.
It is like that. Like Kirk, everybody's talking about Kirk Cousins. They broke down like how good he is against like Todd Bowles defenses. It's like his cheat code. It's the best defense he goes against. He just destroys the Todd Bowles scheme, and so now everybody's all over him. And now he's due for a shit game right after something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of dump offs of Bijan and Kyle Pitts essentially. So, although Kyle Pitts actually legitimately had a good game, I'm actually going to be starting Kyle. I'm going to be starting Kyle Pitts.
No, I saw you. I saw you bought him.
You know what? I've seen enough out of Quinshon Judkins. It's nothing personal against Quinshon Judkins. I think he's a great player. That is a horrible situation right now. And I don't think I can start Brees Hall right now anyway. So I will take
Nope.
Pitts against a awful Arizona defense against tight ends.
Hey
and
man,
see what happens.
I got it. I picked up Estime to possibly
Saw
play
that.
for Williams if he's hurt. Like if there's no Kamara and no other guy, like fucking he's gonna get all the work. So
I mean, there hasn't been Kamara all year. Like he's been awful, pretty much.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. The Saints should not put him back in a game with fucking 3 weeks left to go.
Kamara, I thought he was just done for the year. Is he even
They-
in
they
consideration
said-
for coming back?
Yeah, so they talked about it. He's got points up next to his projection. I read his little blurb. He's
Oh.
not completely dead. But if I was the Saints, there's no fucking way I'm putting him back in there.
I mean, why not? He's 31. He's not part of your future. Run him into the ground.
I guess. Fucked
Yeah.
up, but sure.
Yeah, they're gonna have somebody else. They're gonna have somebody else next year there, anyways. So, all right, well, that's it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep. And then, so
next week's Christmas and Christmas Eve. Are we doing a show Tuesday?
yeah, so we'll do the show Tuesday. We also got the majors draft on Monday.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay, I
Oh,
thought that was after
did you-
Christmas.
No, it's next Monday. I'm glad I reminded you because you were a critical part of that process.
Yeah. But so I put it in my calendar, but so I just thought it was I thought it was the Monday after
Yeah.
Christmas for some reason.
No, it's
Um,
next Monday. So yeah, so the ISN is going to have a majors draft next Monday. We will do a show on Tuesday, and then we will. We have no golf to talk about.
No.
For the next essentially month. The Sony doesn't
Yeah.
tee off till January 15th. So it's just gonna be
Oh, yeah, they
football
pushed it
for
back
us,
a week,
guys.
didn't they? They
What's
pushed it
that?
Back a week. They pushed it back a week. Is that going against? That's going against the divisional round.
Yeah,
playoffs?
because everything's later. Because New Year's Day is that Thursday, and they always start the Thursday after New Year's. And like Kapaloo would have been late, but they're not doing that, so it's pushed to the next week.
So,
So-
I might. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that first week of shows
Really?
because I gotta. So, my daughter has 2 tournaments back to back weekends. One in Knoxville, Tennessee, and the other one in San Diego.
Ew. San
Yeah,
Diego.
ew, for, ew for fucking how much it costs to fly people across this country.
All right. Well, then you know what? We'll have it
I'll
open mic.
keep you updated. I don't know. I'll have to look because I don't remember what day. I'm probably all right because I think we're leaving on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we should be all right for a Tuesday.
Well, you know what? To pull back the curtain, one of the things we're going to do better next year, because we did 0 of that last year, was we're actually going to bring on guests to help break down some betting shows or some events. But you know what? Maybe I'll bring somebody on. We'll fire. I'll get the Rolodex out. We'll bring somebody on to help me break down the bets for that week, and maybe the Sony will be the one we do it at.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like I said, I think I got to leave on a Wednesday or Thursday, so we should be all right for a Tuesday show.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just keep me posted, buddy.
All right, sure will. All right, so tune in Monday for the majors draft. Are we doing it without Scotty? It should be without Scotty.
I half jokingly talked about it with Andy last night,
saw
and
that.
he said
Yeah, I saw that.
no, we're gonna do it with Scotty.
That's
So,
fucking
all right.
okay.
Okay. So
all right,
hope
fine.
hope for the number 1 pick, or else you lose.
Exactly. So stupid.
Yeah.
Ugh. I saw Scotty was all over my timeline on fucking Twitter today, and I was like, ugh. It fucking makes
Here
me
we
personal.
go. Here we go. We got to bring back that side of you. The one who hates every single golfer. Yeah, you're real.
I don't hate
judgmental
all the
tonight.
golfers. I hate most of the golfers.
You hate most.
Listen, man, like I
golfers.
said, I've been off of work for a week and fucking hanging out with my kids, watching Christmas movies, fucking going shopping, like whatever, man. Good time. Good. I went to like an adult arcade with my 21-year-old last night. She wanted to take me, so went and played pinball and some old school video games, and like it was fun. So I'm in a
All
pretty
right.
good mood.
All right. Well, I'm glad things are going well for you, bud. No, I am. That was legitimate. That's not sarcastic. That was legitimate.
yeah. So, all right, man. So we will see you guys Monday and then Tuesday for the NFL. How greedy do they have to be? Where they got to put fucking 3 games on Christmas? Thank God
Yeah.
they're all shit games, and I don't care about them, so I'm not gonna have to watch them. But if there was a game I wanted to watch, and they put that shit in the middle of Christmas Day, I'd be so mad, so fucking mad. Like, got family over, it's all about the kids. Like, Thanksgiving, it's built into the holiday, right? And you get no blowback for fucking gambling all
No,
day
it's
and yelling at
accepted.
TV. Christmas, That's a new wrinkle. I don't need new wrinkles. My wife already Thursday, fucking Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like, enough, NFL. You got enough money. Like, give the family a day for the degenerate people of the world, for their families, not for us, right? For the families of us. Give us a fucking break.
Well, hey, look, I mean, I think in the first Christmas game, I think Snoop Dogg's performing at halftime. That'd be fun.
Talk about somebody, whoever his PR guy was, is the best PR guy in the world. He went from beating a murder charge to hanging out with Martha Stewart, performing at the Olympics and the fucking Super Bowl, and now he's everybody's favorite unk instead of fucking like hardcore gangster rapper Snoop. Like, incredible fucking turnaround. Incredible. Like, unbelievable reinventing of himself. I can't think of anybody who did it better, actually.
I'm sure we probably could think of. I'll think of one, maybe for next show. I'll rack my brain for a week and get back to you on that. So, all right, let's wrap the show.
All right. So like I said, see you guys Monday. See you guys Tuesday. Bye.